Good evening, welcome back. This time we're looking at DWAC and things are not looking good here on the one day. Coming down to a price of 59.02 so far, you'll see that we are sat on a figure which is down by 6.69%. So things are falling today. It is sad to see, and over the past 5 days we are now looking red with this stock. The question here is, why has this happened and what comes next for us here at DWAC? So if you do want to hear my personal thoughts and opinions on that, make sure to leave a like on this video and do of course subscribe as well. But remember, this is not going to be financial advice and I am not a financial advisor, so do your own research. Make sure you are comfortable with the very high risk involved in this stock. And the third and final thing that I want to mention is going to be the fact that we are doing a fundraiser right now for Save the Children. If you can donate anything at all, 100% of the funds do go straight towards Save the Children, and our fundraiser is ending on the 24th of December, so literally Christmas Eve. And if you can donate anything, we are looking to make a positive difference going forwards into the festive period where people need support the most. So if you can donate, please do. Anyway, now we're going to jump into the video, and where we're going to start off again is going to be our simple chart, because you'll see over here on the one day simple chart, we are looking at that drop. Now let's break this drop down in a bit more detail. We're looking at highs of the day at 9.32. This was on a price of 64.35. Now from there we had a little bit of a dip. It took us down to 62.26, and from that level we did start to drop slowly, but not really too big of a deal at all. Now coming into the mid section of the day, 11 o'clock into about 20 past 11, you will see we had this really big drop. So it took us from a price point, I would say, at 61 all the way down to this point here at 57, 52. So really a really big drop, and then from there a little bit of a rise, consolidation in the $59 range for a little while, and you will see this really started to end at about 3 o'clock, about 2 o'clock, sorry, where you can see the price decreasing to the 58s. And again, right now, consolidation at the high 58s, but we are still looking down by a large amount, mainly due to this drop that we have seen in these few moments. So, look at the 5-day chart as well, and you will see things are looking mixed. Ultimately though, we are falling. You'll see that from the price where we started off last Friday, we are looking at a price of $68, and right now coming down to $58, dropping by about $10 in the past 5 days. And in the past 1 month, you will see that from those highs well above 133, we are coming down even further as time goes on. But look at the past month chart and we can see a few things on the technical side. I'm going to break them down for you in just a moment, but first I want to have a quick look at a few of our indicators, and we're going to start this off on the one day. So we're going to see that the moving average is exactly where we are at 58.89. This is actually what we would expect, because you can see that the chart from this section over here is relatively flat. So of course our moving average has had the time to catch up. A few of our other indicators that have had the time to catch up is going to be our RSI figure, and also on top of that our MACD figure. Both of these for the time being are looking quite flat. You can see our RSI is on 55, which is very close to neutral because 50 is neutral, so this is very flat, and you'll see also our MACD trend is flat almost exactly. Now come out to the 5-day, you can see it's very clear that our moving average is about 59.01, something like that, because it is just sticking out ever so slightly. Not too big of a deal in my personal opinion, because of course we have had that time to consolidate. It is where you would expect it to be. Our RSI figure was considered to be oversold a few hours ago, because you'll see from this big dip we came down to being oversold, but right now we've had the time to recover and we're coming back up to 45, so it is fairly well as well. You'll see that our trend on the MACD has been negative from this dip, and because we've been quite flat, it has been quite flat. However, it has been flat in the negative range. You'll see this line over here is neutral. We are currently below the line, consolidating, so yeah, ultimately that is still a bearish trend. Now, the 1 month data is where things get interesting, because we have all of these indicators to look at. A few of these are not as apparent. For example, we still don't have the MACD data to read for some reason, but you'll see our volume figure today is extraordinarily low. We're sat on a volume figure of 5.19 million. And really, I think that the volume is the main hindrance for the stock, because as I have said with a few of these tonight, it is fair enough to say, okay, people are buying the stock, people have held the stock. Well, that only accounts for a certain amount of the price movement. For example, yes, it has forced us up from a price of $10 up to well above $100, but on the other hand, we need people to continue buying the stock if we want to see it continue to move upwards, because it does take that buying pressure to continue to see continued moves into the increases. Because yeah, we are probably going to have consolidation here if people continue to hold. But again, if we want to see moves up, it definitely does require that buying pressure to come back into stock. And with a volume figure of 5 million only, it is of course going to require a lot more, because look back to these high volume days, you will see that we were well above 250 million in volume. And in that context, we are in a very, very low place. So volume coming back in would be ideal. Anyway, our RSI is still cooling off. It's sat on 61 right now. It was at 100 for some time when we had this big spike up, but coming back down to a more normal level right now. Still a little bit high, 11 points off neutral, so we want it to come down a bit more. But of course that will happen as we do consolidate into the future. The future really is an important topic, because I'm sure a lot of DWAC holders will be wondering what the future holds for them. And so far it is still unclear, but what I have said in the past and what I will continue to say is a lot of people have bought into the stock, and a lot of people do appear to be holding the stock, and that is keeping us at a level where we are right now. The lows I would like to see with this stock are going to be at 50. I don't want to see us dip any lower than there, but it is still very, very hard to actually grasp where the data is going with the stock. We've hit lows both here, and arguably here as well, but still that is 3 days of lows touching almost 50. We don't have that much data, because prior to the past, couple of weeks, this was a stock worth only $10. We've had this big spike up, and sure, we are sat in the level right now between about 70 and 50, but the question is, where are our key levels of support and resistance? We haven't really found them very much yet. They haven't become very clear. As time goes on, we will of course have more and more data, and the picture of where DWAC will be going will become more and more clear. But if we do want to see this one remain in a fairly okay territory, I'm looking for it to stay above the $50 mark. It is going to be quite risky either way, because we already know that DWAC is a stock that requires a few catalysts to go extremely well to see it see even bigger spikes upwards. But from a merger standpoint, from a actual fundamental standpoint, I do understand the potential here, but if I was looking to trade this one, I would be looking for a swing trade. And for me, in a swing trade potential, I don't think it's there right yet. I would be waiting a couple days or weeks to see a few more indications of a potential rip upwards before I would be willing to buy the stock. Just my opinion, but tell me yours down below, and tell me how you are trading the stock. Tell me if you're buying and holding. I want to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching the video though. See you all again tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further, we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks, including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes, and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.